Finance can feel like a secret language, right? It's full of all this jargon and complicated formulas. But what if I told you there's a simple 500-year-old secret that can basically give you a financial superpower? A mental shortcut to really understand how your investments grow, how fast debt can explode, and even how inflation is quietly eating away at your savings. So let's unlock it.
To really see this superpower in action, we've got to start with a puzzle. It's a tale of two fortunes, and trust me, it's going to show you just how powerful this little secret really is.
Okay, so let me introduce you to Alex and Jordan. Now, on paper, you can't tell them apart. They're both 25 years old, they both invest the exact same $10,000, and they both keep that money invested for the exact same amount of time, 48 years. Everything's identical. But, and this is where it gets absolutely wild, when they hit age 73, their finish lines are in totally different universes. Alex, he ends up with about $42,500. I mean, not bad, right? But Jordan? Whoa. Jordan walks away with over $635,000. That's not just a little more. That's a 15 times difference. Just let that sink in.
How is that even possible? They started from the exact same spot. So what in the world could possibly create a gap that massive? Well, that's the big mystery we're about to crack wide open.
And here's the thing. The answer isn't some crazy complex algorithm you need a supercomputer to figure out. Nope. It's actually a super simple, kind of elegant rule of thumb. And it's got a history that's probably going to surprise you. We're talking about a 500-year-old secret. It's called the Rule of 72. And all it is really is a quick mental shortcut to figure out roughly how many years it's going to take for an investment to double in value.
And get this is not some newfangled idea from Wall Street. We're going way, way back. The first time we see it mentioned is from an Italian mathematician, Luca Pacioli, all the way back in 1494. He literally wrote, "Keep as a rule the number 72 in mind, which you will always divide by the interest." Isn't that amazing?
Okay, so great story. But how do we actually use this ancient secret today? Well, let's unlock that code and turn this thing into your brand new financial superpower.
Oh, so simple. You just take the number 72. That's your magic number. Then you divide it by whatever your annual return rate is. That's it. The number you get is the approximate number of years it's going to take for your money to double. Simple, right?
All right, let's do a quick example. Let's say your investment is chugging along, earning a 6% return every year. So what do? You take 72, divide it by 6, and what do you get? 12. Boom. It'll take about 12 years to double your money.
But, this superpower has a dark side. It's not just for good. Because this rule works just as powerfully on debt. Think about that credit card with a 15% interest rate. You do the math. 72 divided by 15 equals 4.8. That means your debt is on track to double in less than 5 years. It's a pretty sobering wake-up call about how fast high-interest debt can get out of control.
And it doesn't stop there. The rule is also perfect for showing you how that silent money eater, inflation, works. Let's say inflation is humming along at 3%. Okay, 72 divided by 3 is 24. What does that mean? It means in 24 years, every dollar you have will only buy half of what it can buy today. Its purchasing power gets cut in half.
Okay, now before we go any further, it's super important to say this. Like any powerful tool, you've got to know its limits. The Rule of 72 isn't a magic crystal ball. But understanding the fine print, the user's manual, if you will, actually makes it an even better tool to have.
So, first thing to remember, the Rule of 72 is a fantastic estimate. It's not exact down to the day, and its accuracy is best in a certain sweet spot. It's almost dead on for typical return rates, say between 5 and 10%. Now, once you get to really high or really low rates, it gets a little less precise, sure, but it still gives you a really, really good ballpark figure to work with. And of course, we've got to remember what the rule assumes. It's working off of a few simplifications. It pretends that returns are constant every year, which we know they're not. It also ignores real-world stuff like taxes, investment fees, and the effect of inflation on your gains. And it's assuming you're not putting more money in or taking any out. So it's best to think of it as a quick snapshot, not the whole feature film. All right, with all that in mind, let's circle all the way back to our mystery. Let's go back to Alex and Jordan and finally see the incredible power of compounding in action.
So, remember the puzzle? Here's the answer. It all came down to one number, the rate of return. Alex earned a pretty modest 3% return. Let's use our rule. 72 divided by 3 is 24. So his money doubled every 24 years. Jordan, on the other hand, earned a 9% return. 72 divided by 9 is 8. His money doubled every 8 years. That little tiny 6% difference, when you let it run and compound over 48 years, that's what created that mind-blowing 15 times difference in their wealth.
So, why does all this matter? What's the big takeaway? It's that the Rule of 72 is so much more than just a cool math trick. It's a tool for building your financial intuition. It helps you actually feel the absolutely explosive, nonlinear power of compound growth. That's the force that Einstein supposedly called the eighth wonder of the world. It's that powerful. So, that secret, the one simple thing that created that huge gap between Alex and Jordan, well, now it's yours. You have it. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it?